Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a quick recap of the Calling Memphis Day 1, talk about how the event's gone so far, talk about the meta and what we've seen, and as well as some of the top placers, including a local friend, Samuel Young. So we'll talk about it. But if you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check out the Discord down below, channel membership, all that good stuff, as well as the creator sheet for access to a lot of other good Flesh and Blood creators. It's all in the description. We'll get right into it. So this is the stream. I'm not going to like jump between the stream. I just wanted to start with this screen, then we'll talk about the meta and talk about who's placing the top. Really fun stream yesterday. We had Yuki Lee Bender on Syndra against an Aurora player, Shane Cooper. That was a really good game to watch. I'm not going to spoil the results of each individual game, but I just want to point out a few that I thought were really good. Yuki piloted that Syndra list in an aggressive like mirror matchup or aggro matchup really, really well, win or loss. So I want to encourage people to watch that one. That one was really, really cool. Also, Brody Spurlock on Syndra as well had a very interesting list. Nothing like super crazy in terms of cards, but definitely some cards that I think a lot of people weren't thinking about putting in a list, using stuff like Wax On, which, yes, people have done that a lot in Zen, but in this meta, when you think about it, like some of the top decks, and especially in Assassin, being able to block 5 is extremely useful. So ended up, like, I remember on one play, I'll spoil this one specifically, ended up blocking 9 with 2 cards because they played a Kiss of Death for like 9 with some reactions, and he blocked with a Shelter and with a Wax On. So a 2-card block 9, which is insane value. Really, really cool to watch, but definitely go check that out. Then we even have Michael Hamilton here, who is on a really cool Jarl list. It looked like it was, you know, the Earth, purely Earth Ice focus, even with the new Earth Hammer from the Terra deck. Really, really cool. I thought that one was fun to watch. And then the last one I wanted to point out, and I was just on it, was Eugene is on Reinhardt, and we'll talk about Eugene in a second with the top placers. Not top, but he's on the first page. Playing a hero that everyone thought was like completely dead in the water, right? So really, really cool first day. Also, shout out to the production at the Calling Memphis, because this new setup is sick. Ellie and Sam did a great job, and this setup with the life tolls up here in the middle, it's just a lot cleaner. Like, they didn't change a ton, but it is one of the cleaner setups they've had, in my opinion. The background music, all of it. So shout out to the production team doing a really, really great job. We then have the meta here. Some of it was expected, some of it was not. I know Viserai is very, very good. I personally was not expecting Viserai to be the most represented. I thought, or if it was, I wouldn't expect it to be this much. I thought it was going to be Zen, Viserai, and New in the top 3 for sure, but I thought they'd all be kind of like, you know, in the same ballpark, like maybe separated by like 1 or 2, similar to how Zen and New are right now. I thought all 3 of the heroes would be in that same range. So to see Viserai that high is pretty crazy, but Viserai is arguably the best deck in the format. It's either Vis or Zen, in my opinion, if you really wanted to, you know, day one give a prediction. So all 3 of those heroes being there, you're probably going to see my cat Cross. Lily is excited to be with me in the mornings because my schedule changed, so she's always hanging out with me. Anyway, those 3 in the top. Ira being 25, also not unexpected. Even with the needle ban, Ira is still very, very good. One of the top decks. It does hurt not having the needles. Honestly, the matchup not having needles in hurts the most. That we gained the most in was Viserai, because Zen's kind of rough no matter what, because it's really hard to race Zen sometimes. But having those needle synergies really helped us against the Viserai matchup specifically. So it does hurt him a little bit. Enigma being up there, Aurora, all the usual suspects. We did have 15 Arachne Marionette, which is really cool to see. I think Marionette's in a pretty good spot right now. Maybe not like top of a S tier deck, but it is like you have your S tier decks in these 3. Maybe Ira's close, but it's probably not quite there with the needle ban. These 3, and then you have these 3 to 4 heroes that I think all are in that next tier. 13 Vincent. People are playing with a new card. Vincent's really, really cool. I am interested to see how consistent Vincent is until these 2 leave. Once Viserai and Zen leave, I think Vincent becomes a lot better because the new matchup is pretty skill intensive. It can get a little it depends on how you know how to play into that matchup, the Assassin set matchup. But overall, really cool to see her that high. And we had 11 Syndra, including 2 on stream, 11 Kano. So out of all the meta, this was the biggest surprise to me. You always are going to have some Kano because they're going to try to take advantage of people, counting them out, may not pack in the AB. They should be packing in their lists. But with so much like Enigma and running around, and then so much like most of the assassins now can easily run like AB2 Spell Void 2 like without even breaking a sweat with the new Widow equipment, and with the fast decks like Zen and Viscerai having natural AB3 pretty much in their list. Like it's very I was very surprised to see them that many Kano as well as that many Prism. I thought they'd be down here in like the 6-ish range. And then we have Azalea. It goes down the list. Nothing crazy here. 6 Dorinthia, 6 Fang. So we did see another new hero represented, which all the heroes were represented that were new ones, which was really cool to see. We had a buddy Conrad end up getting day 2 on Fang, which is really, really cool. KO, and then 5 Arachne slip through the cracks. We did see an Arachne slip through the cracks against Brody Spurlock Syndra. Go check that out. And it kind of goes down from here. The other big surprise that I was not expecting from a different standpoint is Riptide. I thought Riptide would be a pretty good counter deck right now, solely because if you just want to say, okay, I know I have a bad Viscerai matchup for the most part. My Zen matchup's pretty good, but it's like 50-50 in my opinion. I know a lot of Riptide's players will say it's extremely favored, but if we're not having Copium, it's 50-50. But you do really prey on the assassins. That fatigue tide / list, it can lean aggressive when it needs to, but it does really well into like Nu, does really well into Arachne, can do well into Ira depending on the style of Ira list. If the Ira list is leaning more aggressive, it does really well. It does really well into Syndra, so on and so forth. And a skilled Riptide player can take the Enigma Prism matchups and make them better. Especially Enigma, a really skilled Riptide can make that matchup like 50-50. Just how a really skilled Enigma can make it a little bit worse. It's a very, teeter-totter matchup on who has the most experience in it. But I was expecting a little bit more Riptide. I thought we'd see Riptide in like the 8 to 10 range, like around where Kano and Syndra are at and Prism's at, but only 4 is a little interesting to me. 3 Kasai is really cool. 3 Verdance goes down. We have 2 Rhinar in the whole entire meta, including one of them who's in the top 20 after day 1. We're about to talk about that. 1 Bravo and Dash. If you notice, no Katsu. Sad day. One day Katsu will come back, hopefully, maybe, if they give him like 15 cards. But regardless, this was the meta breakdown. A lot of players. I'm not going to sit here and do the math. I should have done it before the video. Definitely check it out on your own. It looks to be over, close to 300 players. Definitely over 200. Really, really cool to see this many players. People are traveling all the way from Europe to play in this event. Really awesome. Then we have the top 24. I don't know everyone's hero, but I do know a couple that they shout out on stream. A couple I want to shout out. First person I want to shout out is Samuel Young at 3rd. Samuel Young goes to our local game store, the In Games. Super good player, super good human. Really excited for Sam to be 7-0 day 1. One of the only 3 undefeateds in the room. Sam is on Enigma. And he's been playing Enigma for a while, but Sam plays like a myriad of decks. So really excited to see Sam start out 7-0. Hopefully he can take it home on the second day. I'm rooting for Sam personally for obvious reasons, being a local here. Brody Spurlock doing well on Syndra, and then we have Raj, who is also on Viscerai. So we have Viscerai, a Syndra, and an Enigma undefeated in day 1. Some of the other call outs, we have Peter Mask of Momentum on Twitter. Peter is on Kano as his usual, 6-1, one of the better Kano players in the world, one of the most well-known Kano players, alongside Majin Bay. Really, really good player, is at 13th. And then who else do I have here? We have Eugene. This is the Rhinar player I was talking about. Eugene is 5-2 on Rhinar. And then they called out Adam Franzi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Adam is a Team Eclipse player with Ellie in them, and Adam is on Prism. So we have a Prism 15th, a Rhinar 20th. We have a Kano at 13th, and then our 3 undefeateds are Enigma, Viscerai, and Syndra. So really, really cool top 24. We also have some other notable names I just, recognize. Andrew Rothermel Andrew, I'm pretty sure, plays KO most of the time. I wonder if he's on KO this time. Aaron Grace, really, really well-known player over at the Car Guys. He's on Car Guys now. Really, really cool top 24. So really excited to watch day 2. Definitely check it out. Go back and watch the VODs of these games. We even in the last round had a 5-1 -IO against a 5-1 Zen. Jordan Long is Aaron Cutbirth. I wonder if Aaron Cutbirth's on here, so then we would know. I do not see him. No, don't see him or Justin Long, but they're both, really close to the top. So hopefully we can see some good games today. I'll be working for the second half of it, sadly, but I'll go back and watch the VODs for sure. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this. Let me know what you thought of the event day 1. I'm really excited about it to watch it. It's really cool seeing the new heroes already have a decent impact on the meta, which is where I think this kind of shows where they're going to be for now. Like, they're going to be really good, like, second run decks, and then once these decks start to filter out, which is not going to take long into RTN season, you'll start to see these other decks rise to the top, and it's really cool to see this diverse metagame. So really excited to watch it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If you just want to like the video just to help it in the algorithm, I would appreciate that. If you don't, though, it's completely fine. There is a creator Google sheet down below. Go to it, find a Flesh and Blood creator you like and comment their stuff, watch their stuff, subscribe to them so we can get more people seeing this game. And I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.